And the next topic is input impedance and output impedance of two port networks. Okay, input impedance and input impedance and output impedance of two port networks. Okay, so this input impedance and output impedance can be calculated in terms of Z parameters, Y parameters, Z parameters, H transmission and inverse transmission parameters. That means in order to evaluate input impedance of that particular two port network, so we can take the support from out of these 6 types of parameters. So you can take support from Z parameters, you can take the support from Y parameters, okay, you can take the support from H parameters. You can take those parameters as a reference thing. Okay, from that reference you can develop the, you can find out the input impedance of that particular two port network and output impedance of that particular two port network, right? So just I can derive the expression with the help of Z parameters in this class. Okay, so you can evaluate, okay, input and output impedances for two port networks with the help of H parameters, G parameters, Y transmission and inverse transmission parameters. Okay, that is your assignment. Okay, so here I am discussing with input impedance and output impedance calculations of two port network with the help of Z parameters. Okay, right. Now first input impedance, input impedance, input impedance in terms of Z parameters, which is also called as driving point impedance, at port 1 of two port network. Okay, so this is your title, input impedance in terms of Z parameters, otherwise driving point impedance at port 1 of two port network. In case if you take output impedance of two port network, so output impedance in terms of Z parameters, otherwise driving point impedance at port 2 of a given two port network, right? So now this is your two port network. Okay, this is our two port network. We can take the support of Z parameters here. Okay, now we have the port 1. So here we have 1 and 1 dash terminals. The voltage drop here equals to V1 and the current equals to I1, and here the port 2. Okay, so here we have V2 voltage drop and the current I2. Okay, and now for this two port network you need to consider voltage source as well as load. In all the previous topics, just we have to consider open circuit voltage, current, open circuit voltage and current. Okay, so we never come across voltage source and load, the two port networks including voltage source and load. Okay, so just we can evaluate the variables for this type of network in all previous section, right? But right now, so we can analyze the two port network by including voltage source as well as load. So that is the difference from previous concepts and this concept. The difference is the voltage source as well as load. Okay, this analysis of two port network includes voltage source as well as load, right? Now you can just I'm adding one voltage source here, adding one load element here, right? So here what happened, voltage source that equals plus minus and this one treat as Vs and which is connected to this one terminal, and same way you can take load resistance here. Okay, that is ZL. Okay, this indicated with IL. Load current can be indicated with IL. And now, just you can observe here. Here we have some source current, that is IS. Here we have one node. The entering current equals to IS and the leaving current equals to what? I1. So we can equate these two currents. Entering current equals to, obviously according to KCL, what? Entering current equals to leaving current. So that IS equals to I1. So here I can make IS equals to I1. Just you can observe this port 2 area. Okay, here we have one node, okay, which is complete branch, and this one is another branch. Okay, here the leaving current equals to I2. Here also the leaving current equals to IL. Okay, now so entering currents equals to leaving currents. Otherwise, sum of entering and leaving currents equals to 0 according to KCL. Here sum of entering and leaving currents, but here from this node all the currents are leaving. Now I by KCL, by otherwise here I will mention by KCL. Okay, here we have two leaving currents. One is I2 plus IL, that equals 0. From that IL equals what? Minus I2, right? So we will get IL equals to minus I2. Now the voltage drop across this particular load resistance equals to VL equals to what? This ZL resistance into this amount of current, right? So ZL into IL. So now VL equals to ZL into, where IL equals to how much? Minus I2. So here we have minus I2. Now VL equals to minus I2 into ZL. This is your load voltage across ZL resistance, right? And now here, so we can so here we have Z parameters support. With the help of Z parameters, we can calculate input impedance or output impedance of the given two-port network. Now, so what are the Z parameters we have? So here V1 equals to, okay, Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2, and V2 equals to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. If you can assume this is equation number 1 and this one is equation number 2. Okay, first substitute VL value in equation number 2. In equation number, sorry, wait a minute. So here observe one thing. Here the voltage drop equals to VL, right? So that VL equals what? ZL into minus L2. But observe this one. Here the voltage drop equals to what? V2, right? So here we have only one branch element. So the voltage across the branch element equals to VL. That means what? In parallel case, we have the voltage drops are same, right? That means what? This VL equals to V2 or not? Now you can replace this VL equals to V2. That V2 equals to how much? Minus I2 into ZL, right? In parallel case, the branch voltages are same. Here the open circuit voltage equals to V2. That same voltage can be appeared across the ZL. But for load point of view, I can give the name for that branch voltage equals to VL. But in this situation, this V2 equals to VL. So that I can replace here VL equals to V2. So now that V2 value can be substituted here. Okay. Otherwise, so V2 value substitute in equation number 2, right? And now what is V2? Minus I2 into ZL, which is equals to Z21 I1 plus Z22 into I2. So here we have I2 term, here also we have I2 term. Now what you will get? Just you can bring Z22 into I2 towards the LHS side. Now you will get minus I2 ZL minus Z22 into I2, which is equals to Z21 I1. Okay, now you can take the common I2 as common factor, this minus I2. Okay, now you will get ZL plus Z22, which is equals to Z21 I1. Okay, now, okay, so from this expression, okay, you need to calculate I2. Okay, then what you will get, I2 equals to, okay, minus I1 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22. This is your I2 value, right? So substitute this I2 value in equation number 1. Then the entire equation should be converted into I1 terms, right? In LHS we have V1, in RHS all the terms having I1 as a common element. If you take that as a common factor I1, then you can move towards the left side, then you will get V1 by I1. That equals what? Z11. Z11 is nothing but what? Input impedance of that particular two-port network. Just you observe here, just you can indicate, so this is 1 dash, so here you can indicate Z11, okay, and here also you can indicate Z22, okay, Z22, and here you can indicate input impedance Zin, and here you can indicate output impedance Z out. Okay, that means this entire thing is two-port network which relates to these two parameters. By adding source and load, you will get input impedance Z in and you will get the output impedance Z out, right? And next, substitute I2 value in equation number 1. Then what you will get? So V1 equals to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2 value, that is minus I1 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22. Okay, and you can take the common I1. Then what you will get? So V1 equals to I1 times of Z11 minus Z12 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22. Okay, and now just I will remove these two expressions. So now Z11 equals to V1 by I1, that equals to Z11 minus Z12 Z21 over ZL plus Z22, right? This is Z22. Okay. So this is your input impedance for a given two-port network, not including the voltage source. This Z11 can be indicated up to this only, right? So before these terminals, before these points only, we have the input impedance Z11. So by including this source, we don't have any elements across this branch, so that this Z in equals to Z11. If you have certain elements in between this portion to this portion, definitely that impedance, that resistance value should be added to this Z11. For example, in this situation, this Z in equals to Z11. Why? Because from here to here we don't have any elements in between, right? So that Z in equals to Z11. In other words, for example, if you have certain resistance here, that is Zs, just you indicate that as Zs. That means like this, okay? This is voltage source, okay, Vs, and here we have certain Zs element. Here we have terminals 1 and 1 dash. So here you indicate Z11, okay? Here you indicate Z input, okay? So for this entire network, already you calculated Z11 value. That means what? Just you remove this entire two-port network, okay? And you can replace with certain resistance value, that is Z11, right? up to this element, okay, up to this portion, already you calculated the input impedance that equals Z11. So just you can replace, just you can remove the circuit. In that place you can replace with equivalent impedance, otherwise input impedance Z11. Just here I am adding Z11 resistance. Now you want to calculate input impedance for this entire network. What happened, that input impedance are already indicated with Z in, right? So that Z in equals to this Zs plus this Z11. Okay, Zs plus Z1. In case if Zs appeared in between these two elements, in these 2 points, okay, in such a case that Zn equals to Zs plus Z11. But here we don't have any element, right? So that the Zn directly equals to Z11. Now just you observe here Z input, otherwise input impedance Zn equals to how much you will get, Z11 minus Z12 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22. So this is your expression, input impedance of a given 2-port network in terms of Z parameters, that equals Zn equals to Z11 minus Z12 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22. So if you simplify further, then you will get, so Z in equals to Z11 into ZL plus Z22 minus Z12 into Z21 by ZL plus Z22, right? And next Z in equals to Z11 into ZL plus Z11 into Z22 minus Z12 Z21 over ZL plus Z22. So once you observe this one, which is equals what? Delta Z. Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21, which is equals to delta Z. Now Z in equals to, okay, delta Z plus Z11 ZL by ZL plus Z22. This is another way of representation of input impedance for a given 2-port network, right? You can use this formula, otherwise you can use this one also, no problem. Okay, now here we have 2 conditions, right? So this, so for example, for a given 2-port network, by including the source as well as load, okay, so first case 1, okay, case 1, in this case 1, just the ZL value can be equate to 0, that means short circuit, okay, that means what, load can be act as short circuit, okay, otherwise load can be treated as short circuit, that means what, ZL equals to 0, 0 means what, ZL 0 means short circuit. In case for a such configuration, okay, if you take load as 0 value, okay, that means short circuit, then what about the input impedance, how the input impedance can be changed, that is your observation here, okay. Now you can take Zin value, okay, that Zin having formula like this, delta Z plus Z11 into ZL by ZL plus Z22, where ZL equals what, 0, just you can substitute the ZL value in that place, right? Now we will get delta Z plus 0 by 0 plus Z22, so then you will get delta Z by Z22. So this is your input impedance when ZL equals to 0. The same way ZL equals to infinity, case 2, okay. So load can act as open circuit, that means what, ZL equals to infinite. If you take infinite amount of resistance at load which act as open circuit, in such a case input impedance Zin equals to delta Z plus, okay, Z11. If you take ZL common, then what you will get, here we have ZL, so delta Z by ZL plus Z11 over ZL1 plus Z22 by ZL. Okay. So here ZL equals to infinity. So then 1 by ZL equals to what? 0. Okay. Just you can substitute this ZL cancel. Wherever 1 by ZL is there, at that place you can replace 0. So this 1 by ZL, this entire term should be 0. Here also 1 by ZL, this entire term should be 0. Okay. Now what you will get? So Z in equals to, okay, Z11, okay, by 1. Okay. So Z11, Z in equals to Z11 for ZL equals to infinite, Z in equals to delta Z by Z22 for ZL equals to 0. So this is very, very important. Okay. And next, okay, now the second thing is output impedance. Okay, output impedance in terms of Z parameters, otherwise driving point impedance at port 2. Okay, at port 2 of a given 2-port network. This is port 1 area, this is port 2. Okay, so in such a case, okay, they are providing certain 2-port network, okay, by including voltage source as well as load. So for that type of configuration, you need to calculate output impedance, right? So output impedance, otherwise which is also called as driving point impedance at port 2. That means just you have to move for port 2, right? So this is your port 2. Just you can remove this load impedance, okay? So by remove this load impedance, and you can add one voltage source, ideal voltage source. Okay, in order to evaluate this output impedance, first you need to make at port 2, okay, otherwise at output side, okay, output impedance, so that you can focus at output terminal, otherwise port 2. For these 2-port networks, we have to focus at port 2. But whereas normal circuits, in order to evaluate output impedance, first you need to focus on output area, right? So here we have output area, otherwise port 2 terminal, right? So at this port 2 terminal, so if any element is present, simply you can remove that element. In that place, you need to add one ideal voltage source. That is the first step, right? In order to evaluate that particular output impedance. Just I can remove this ZL impedance value. Just I can add one ideal voltage source. Okay, this is ideal voltage source. So I can give the name Vx and the current equals to Ix. Okay, according to KCL, Ix is entering current, I2 is leaving current. So entering current equals what? Leaving current. So from this point, Ix equals to I2, and voltage drop across this open circuit equals to what? V2, and same amount of voltage can be appeared across this voltage source also. But here already we can give the name Vx, but here the voltage drop V2. So voltage drop across these parallel elements equals to what? Same. So that Vx equals to what? V2. Okay. So from port 2, so what are the observation we have? Ix equals to I2 and Vx equals to V2. Okay. So this is, and here you can indicate output impedance Z out. So in between these 2 points, we don't any other elements we have, right? So that this Z out equals to what? Z22. So one more observation, that equals Z out equals to Z22. If you calculate Z22, that means what? V2 by I2 only when I1 equals to 0. If you calculate this Z22, you will get the output impedance for this given configuration, right? So these are the observation. Ix equals I2, Vx equals V2, and Z out equals Z2. This is step 1. So just you can remove any elements present in the output area. Just you can remove, simply you can remove that network. Just you can add one ideal voltage source which having Vx and Ix current, right? So next step, that is step 1. Step 2, okay. So here we have at port 1, otherwise input side. So we have some voltage source and Zs, right? just simply you can short the voltage source. Okay, if any voltage source can be present at input side, so simply you can short that source. Okay, then what you will get, this is the short circuit. Okay, so from this point of view, so you have only one single element, that is Zs. Just I can withdraw the circuit like this. Okay, this is your Zs, right? Zs. Okay, now from this portion, so what you observe, this is Zs. Okay, some current I1 dash అనుకుందాం. If you assume this is Zs value, some current we have, that is Iy. Okay, Iy current. Okay, now you can observe, so this is V1 voltage drop. The same voltage drop can appear at this element also. So now the voltage drop at this element equals what? V1. Now the V1 equals how much? That current Iy into Zs, right? Iy into Zs. Clear? Okay. Now just you can observe here, this is leaving current Iy, this is also leaving current. Sum of entering and leaving currents equals to 0. Okay, but here we have only leaving current, so that what, I1 plus Iy equals to 0, so that I1 equals what? Minus Iy, otherwise Iy equals to minus I1, right? Same thing can be replaced here. Now V1 equals how much? Minus I1 into Zs. So this is your observation, right? So voltage drop across this source resistance equals to minus I1 into Zs. Now, so this input, this output impedance can be solved with the help of Z parameters. So you can write the reference voltages. Those are V1 equals what? Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. Okay, so this is equation number 1, and just you can place this value at here. Okay, just you can substitute here. Now what you will get, minus I1 into Zs equals to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. So now minus I1 Zs plus Z11 equals to Z12 into I2. Okay, from this expression I1 equals to what you will get, I1 equals to minus I2 into Z12 by Zs plus Z11. This is your I1 value. Okay, now this I1 value can substitute in equation number 2, so that V2 equals how much? Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. This is equation number 2. Okay, now you substitute this I1 value in this expression. Okay, here. Okay, what do you will get? So V2 equals to Z21 into minus I2 Z12 by Zs plus Z11, right? Plus Z22 into I2. Okay, now the both the terms having common element I2. Okay, if you take common as I2 value, then you will get V2 by I2, that equals to what? Z22. Now you can write the expression V2 equals to, you can take I2 as a common factor, that is I2 into what you left, Z21 into Z12 by Zs plus Z11 plus Z22. Okay, and next Z22 equals to V2 by I2 equals to Z22 plus Z12 Z21 by Zs plus Z11. Okay, this is your output impedance for a given two-port network configuration. Okay, and you can simplify further also. This is V2 by I2 only when I1 equals to 0. So this is not required. Okay, this is only for two-port network, right? Z22 equals V2 by I2, that equals Z22 plus Z12 into Z21 by Zs plus Z11. You can simplify further. What will you get? Just you can check that out. Now Z equals 0. Okay, that is not required in this case. Without this load and without input, if you evaluate the z parameters, in that case z22 equals to v2 by I2 only when I1 equals 0. For in such a situation, by including voltage source load means there should not be I1 equals 0 and I2 equals 0. Definitely I1 and I2 can be defined. We can able to define those I1 I2 value in such a case. Okay, that means by with the help of source as well as load concept. In that concept, there should not be I1 I2 equals to 0, right? And now, so you can simplify further that one. That means what? You will get Z22 into Zs plus Z11 plus Z12 into Z21 by Zs plus Z11. Now you will get Z22 into Zs plus Z11 Z22 plus Z12 and Z21 by Zs plus Z11. This is Z22. Okay. Now what you will get? This entire thing equals to, is there any negative sign? Oh, sorry. Here we have negative sign, right? And okay, this one also negative sign, right? And this one also negative sign and negative. So this entire thing equals what? Delta Z. Now what you will get? Z22 Zs plus delta, otherwise delta Z plus Z22 into Zs by Zs plus Z11. This is your final expression. You can use this one, okay? Otherwise, you can go for this one also, no problem. Okay. So this is output impedance for a given two-port network configuration. And one more thing, okay? Just you observe this expression. So here we have Zs element. In case 1, okay, Zs equals to 0. This is the first case. Zs equals 0 means what? That input port should be act as act as what? Short circuit, right? If it is short circuit, Zs should be 0. Okay. Now when Zs equals 0, Z22, otherwise here the Z22 equals what? Z out. So which is equals to output impedance Z out. Now here Z out equals to, okay, Z22 equals to Zs equals 0. Then what you left? Delta Z by Z11. This is one thing. Okay. For case 2, okay, in case 2 Zs equals to infinite. That means what? Input port, okay, should be act as, okay, so open circuit. If it is open circuit at port 1, so what about the Zs value? That equals to infinite. Now Z out equals Z22 equals, if you can take common as Zs, and what you will get? So Zs into delta Z by Zs plus Z22 over Zs into 1 plus Z11 by Zs. This one cancel. Here Zs tends to infinite. So 1 by Zs equals to how much? 0. Okay. Here we have 1 by Zs. This entire term equal to 0. Here also we have 1 by Zs. This should be equal to 0. Now what you will get? So Z out equals to Z22 equals to what you left? Z22 by 1. So that means what? Z out by Z22 equals to what you will get? Direct Z22 only. Otherwise you can take Z22. Also you can remove this one. Directly you can write delta Z by Z11. Okay. So these are the two important things. Okay, while considering input as open circuit, okay, while considering input as open circuit, then you will get output impedance equals to Z22. While considering input as short circuit, we will get the output impedance Z by Z11, same as in previous input impedance model only. So this is your input impedance, output impedance, otherwise a driving point impedance at input port as well as output port for a given two-port network configuration. So in all the previous classes, so we discussed with two-port network configuration without source and without load. But in this case, we are analyzing the circuit with the help of source as well as load. If you consider source, what about the input impedance? If you consider the load, so what about the output impedance? So these are the observation for a given circuit. Okay. And this is with the help of Z parameter. Say two-port network with source as well as load. Two-port network with source as well as load. Okay. For that network, just I can solve the input impedance and output impedance values with the help of Z parameter. You can take the help from Y parameter. You can take help from G parameter. You can take the help from H parameter. You can take the help from transmission and inverse transmission parameters also. Same method you can follow in order to evaluate input and output impedance. That is assignment for you. If you can take two-port network configuration as it is. In this case, whatever the two-port network structure I have considered, in the same way you can take the structure, okay. But you can evaluate the input and output impedance with the help of Y, G, H transmission, inverse transmission parameter. So that is assignment for you, right? Okay. Same procedure you have to follow, right?